I refused to give my newborn's social security number to my aunt. My Aunt Kathy showed up at my door 2 weeks after I gave birth to my daughter Emma. I was exhausted, barely keeping my eyes open, and still figuring out the whole new mom thing. Emma was crying every 2 hours, and my husband was at work pulling double shifts to cover the unpaid maternity leave. Kathy came in without even asking, holding this big manila envelope and talking super fast about how excited she was to help with all the paperwork stuff. She said she knew how overwhelming new babies could be and wanted to take care of the boring administrative tasks for me. At first I thought it was sweet. She offered to handle getting Emma added to our health insurance, setting up her savings account, even applying for some kind of baby bonus program I'd never heard of. I was so tired I almost said yes to everything, but then she started asking for Emma's social security number. She said she needed it for the insurance paperwork and that she'd already talked to someone at the insurance company who was waiting for the information. Something about how she could get Emma coverage faster if she called directly since she used to work in insurance. I told her I hadn't gotten Emma's social security card yet, which was true. She got this weird look on her face and said she just needed the number, not the actual card. She could call the social security office and get it for me if I wanted. That's when red flags started going off in my head. Why would she need to call the social security office? And why was she being so pushy about it? I told her I'd handle it myself once I got the paperwork sorted out. She kept pushing though. She said I was being paranoid and that family helps family. She even got a little angry and said I was making things harder than they needed to be. She pulled out her phone and said she had someone on hold at the insurance company who needed the information right now or we'd lose our spot. I asked to see the number she was calling and she quickly hung up, said the person had to go to another call. Then she tried a different approach and said she'd already started the paperwork for Emma's college savings account and just needed the social security number to finish it. That's when I got really suspicious. I asked to see the paperwork and she said it was all online, on her phone. But when I asked her to show me, she said the website was having issues and she'd have to do it later. I told her flat out that I wasn't giving her Emma's social security number and that I'd handle all the paperwork myself. She got really upset and started saying I was being ungrateful and that she was just trying to help. She said I was too emotional from having a baby and wasn't thinking clearly. She left in a huff, saying she was disappointed in me and that I'd regret not accepting her help. I felt terrible at first because she's family and I thought maybe I was being paranoid like she said. But then I talked to my husband about it when he got home. He thought it was super weird too and said there was no reason she'd need Emma's social security number for anything. We decided to call our insurance company directly to see if anyone had been asking about adding Emma to our plan. Turns out nobody from our family had called about Emma. The insurance rep said it would be impossible for someone else to add Emma to our plan anyway without both parents being present and providing identification. That's when we realized Kathy had been lying about everything. We started thinking about what someone could do with a newborn's social security number and got really scared. Identity theft, opening credit cards, all kinds of financial fraud. We called Kathy's husband, my Uncle Ray, to tell him what happened. He got really quiet on the phone and then admitted that Kathy had been having money problems. She'd maxed out their credit cards and taken out loans they couldn't afford. He said he'd been wondering where she was getting money to pay for stuff lately but didn't want to ask. Turns out she'd been running some kind of identity theft scheme using family members' information. She'd already used Ray's social security number to open credit cards and had stolen information from other relatives too. Ray had no idea until we called. The whole family found out pretty quickly after that. Kathy had been asking everyone for social security numbers under different excuses. She told my cousin she needed it for a family emergency fund. She told my grandmother she was updating the family's medical records. Ray ended up divorcing her, and she got arrested for identity theft and fraud. She'd stolen thousands of dollars using family members' information. The police said if I'd given her Emma's social security number, she probably would have opened credit cards and taken out loans in my baby's name.